we can create a new invoice directly from the purchase invoice page. Invoices that have been created but not yet posted will be sitting on the purchase invoice page. I can go ahead and select new. Then I will select my vendor. I can click on show more to review the additional fields. The address information will be populated based on the vendor card. Then I have my document date, which is your invoice date and will be used for aging. The posting date defaults to today's date, and this can be modified. And the due date is calculated based on the document date and the payment terms assigned to the vendor. I can then add the vendor invoice number and scroll down into the line section. So I have account type is going to be GL account. Then I can select my GL account. In this case, let's say I'm creating this license and registration. It will automatically populate the description field and I can override that information. So let's say this is for 2024 license. The location is not mandatory when we are posting to GL accounts. Quantity typically is 1, and then I can add my unit cost. You have your tax area code. You can assign if it's taxable or not. I will say this is taxable. And if you're using dimensions, you could populate the department code in this example. I'm going to leave it blank. Down below, you can check the total amount of the invoice, our taxes, and if I'd like to, I could also add an attachment to this invoice. You can click here in the information icon, and then you have attachments. You could just click on the number 0 and add your file. Now you can preview posting this invoice to double check the geo entries. I have my geo entries here. I can check the entries by clicking on the number 4. So I have my geo account name, my sales tax information, and my AP account. To finalize it, you could go ahead and post the invoice. Or if you want to post this invoice later, you can just select no. And we can then just change the status to release. If I scroll up, you'll notice the status is set to release. I'm going to post this invoice later because I have other invoices that I want to post, and I'm going to post them as a group. It will warn me that this invoice has not been posted yet, but you can simply click on yes. Since I entered all the details, you'll notice my invoice has been created and the status set to release. We have some additional invoices that are set to release, so I'll be posting all of them at the same time. I can go ahead and click on post and then post batch. You could change the posting date if that was needed, or you can use some additional fields. I'm going to select the field status, so I'm going to delete the document number because I want to post all of them. And the status, I'm going to select the release. So I'm going to post all the invoice where the status is set to release. After an invoice is posted, it will be sitting on the first posted purchase invoice page. You can easily correct or cancel a posted purchase invoice before you pay the vendor. To create a purchase credit memo, you could search for purchase credit memo and create a new purchase credit memo by entering all the details just as you would enter a manual invoice, or you could search for posted purchase invoice. You could open the purchase invoice you'd like to create a credit memo for. I'm going to create a credit memo for this invoice that I just created. And then if I select correct drop down, you're going to see 3 options. The correct one will reverse the purchase invoice in the background by creating a credit memo, and will open up a new purchase invoice document where we can edit before we post. The cancel will reverse the purchase invoice in the background by creating a credit memo, And these two options, we cannot change the credit memo. If I select Create Corrective Credit Memo, this is going to open a new purchase invoice, a purchase credit memo, so I can use it to correct my purchase invoice. And in this, if you're using this option, we can edit the credit memo before we post it. So I'm going to add the vendor credit memo number. So I'm going to say this one is a credit memo. And I could review the fields. So I'm going to change the amount in this case. All the information is populated, the tax are calculated, and I can go ahead and post. This invoice credit memo has been moved to the posted purchase credit memo window. I can just open up, and here you can see my credit memo. Once this is posted, it will be applied to the invoice, and you can also find it on the posted purchase credit memo page.